Beyond the issue of cities being dynamic open systems, cities can also cause many environmental problems that are unique to cities. Growing urban areas impact the surrounding land. Cities can cause the fragmentation of natural wildlife habitats, can encroach on or even destroy wetlands, forests, streams, and other natural areas. Cities are built up of mostly concrete, and this includes the houses, the buildings, the roads, the bridges, and the parking lots. All this material is impermeable to rainwater. Instead of rainwater percolating into soil, which would happen in natural grasslands and forests, the rain collects and runs off directly into sewers. Those sewers can lead directly to local waterways. This water can bring with it pollutants like heavy metals, motor oil, and lawn fertilizers, and can cause flash floods. Urban areas in the United States also have a major issue with racial and economic disparity. Historically, Black and other minority neighborhoods and cities in the Northeast US were redlined, meaning that they were purposely separated from white, affluent neighborhoods. These redline neighborhoods did not receive the sort of infrastructure, tourist traffic, and funding as the more affluent neighborhoods, and suffer the environmental issues of urbanization more acutely. This includes higher rates of asthma, urban heat issues, lead poisoning, and other health issues. Many of these neighborhoods are now suffering from COVID-19 at much higher rates than average. To add insult to injury, many of these neighborhoods become abandoned during economic downturns as folks lose their jobs and can no longer afford to live in their neighborhood. These abandoned neighborhoods, including abandoned factories and warehouses, are called brownfields. Brownfields are problematic in cities because while all the urban land, and therefore the urban environmental impact, is still there, there aren't any people living in the area. Basically, brownfields have all the environmental degradation without any benefit to people. Many of these brownfields are now being rejuvenated by real estate developers, and expensive luxury homes take the place of previously affordable housing, reviving the neighborhood, but making it impossible for the people who used to live there, in many cases people of color, to afford to live there, thus increasing racial divides and disparity in access to affordable housing and urban services. Another citywide environmental issue unique to cities is a phenomenon known as the urban heat island effect. In nature, trees, grass, and other plants perform what is called evapotranspiration as a part of photosynthesis. The added moisture released by these plants, added to shade provided by taller trees, cools the surrounding area. However, as you travel towards the city center, trees become less prevalent, and concrete, which is really good at absorbing heat, becomes more common. Because of this, temperatures in cities are typically 3 to 4 degrees Celsius above the surrounding countryside. This urban heat island then leads to an increase in the use of air conditioning in cities, which, by the way, releases greenhouse gases. And the urban heat island effects are felt more acutely by people who live in redline neighborhoods that may not have parks or other green spaces in their neighborhoods and may not be able to afford air conditioning units. Another issue in cities are dust domes. Cities accumulate a lot of air pollution through car exhaust, industrial pollution, and other sources. This pollution covers a city to form what is called a dust dome. These dust domes are obviously problematic for the health of the people that live in cities, but wind blowing across the city can carry this dust away into the surrounding countryside, causing a pollution plume that harms people and wildlife surrounding cities. While there are a lot of environmental and equity issues in cities, there are also ways to develop cities that can benefit all people that live in cities and reduce the environmental impact that cities have. We will talk about this in the next video.